Welcome back, my friend. So, I don't know about you, but I have been contemplating what more can we manipulate? What about attributes? So, in this video, we're going to see the last manipulation method to manipulate elements. And for that, I've prepared an HTML file. I put a link that will take us to the Oak Academy website. And there is an href attribute in this anchor tag. So just a little bit of explanation. Attributes always follow this. Some property name equals something inside of quotes, right? You've seen that before, perhaps. Okay, so in the browser, if I click this link, and it takes us to the Oak Academy website, let's say I want to change this link. How am I going to do that? And before that, the attributes are really important. And sometimes we want to manipulate them. We want to change things. So changing attributes is something that is pretty doggone important and really useful in real-life projects, not just in the artificial computer lab that we've set up. So in other words, if we've made an image slider, for instance, a lot of times image galleries, image sliders, they're made by changing the source of an image. And it's just one image and the source is being changed, right? Okay, so at the moment, we're not going to do that. We are going to change an href attribute on an anchor tag. So we have a link in our HTML. And first we'll select it and save it into a variable. So I'll say var mylink equal to document.querySelector. And because there's only one single anchored tag, I'll just write A here. So now we're going to talk about how we can retrieve the value of specific attributes and how we can also alter or manipulate that value. Now there's a method that we can use called getAttribute. And what the getAttribute method does is that it retrieves or gets the value of the specific attribute that we've just asked for. So here I'll say mylink.getAttribute, and then we need to say which attribute that we want from this element because, there may be more than one attribute in a single element. So here we need to say which attribute we want to reach. So right now, let's say that we want to reach the href attribute. So I'll say href here. And to see that, I'll console log this, and I'll say console.log and mylink.getAttribute href. So I'll save this and go to console. I refresh the page. And yep, sure enough, in the console, we see https://oakacademy.uk. Okay, so let's go back to the code. So this was the getting method, yeah? So I can also change that attribute using the set attribute, and then the set attribute will take two arguments. The first one is the name of the attribute, and the second one is what I want to do to it, what I want to change it to, right? So in this case, I'm going to be changing the href on this link to be something else. So I'll say mylink.setAttribute href, and then I want to change this href to https://www.facebook.com. All right, so right now I've just changed my link href attribute. So to see that changed link, let's go to the console. And I'm going to copy this console log get attribute and paste it here after we've changed that attribute. Okay, so I'll save all this, go to the console, refresh the page, And yep, in the console, we already see that our href attribute has changed. So I'll go and I'll click on this link, and look at that, it takes us right to the Facebook page. Okay, so let's return to the code again. Let's change the content of the link as well. So I'll say my link.text content equal to, go to Facebook. I'll save this and go to console. I'll refresh the page. And here we see, go to Facebook link. And when I click it, it goes to the Facebook page. So what do you think? In this video, we've seen how to manipulate the attributes. And like I said, mostly we can use this to manipulate images, an image source perhaps. If you manipulate the image source attribute, it'll make, for instance, an image slider, okay? Put your imagination to work, my friends, all right? So we've learned how we can change an element style, how we can add or remove classes, how we can change content of elements, and how we can manipulate the attributes of the HTML elements. All right, so why don't we take a quick break right here and continue in the next section.